Okay, so I'm not Dimitri, I'm Kārlis Broders, I'm a manager at A Projects, and I'm here today to share my experience, frustrations, and also some of the joyful moments of enterprise application development. So, quick plan for my quick presentation is I'm gonna define the problem area and then propose a solution. My experience is really mostly with government institutions and agencies, but I'm sure that the private sector can relate quite well as well. So ideally, we would like, developers and the client coming together, talking and producing great software, but it's not quite simple because we have big ideas for big IT systems, and all too quick we get drowned in heaps of information. Specifications, features, test cases, requirements, risk analysis, and so on. So traceability becomes an issue. Also monitoring, where we at today, how far along we are with our project, the status of it. These are questions that are kind of hard to answer for anybody, kind of with any real confidence. So collaboration becomes a little messy. Yeah, I've seen it, and it's not great. But especially by the end of the project when a lot of blame goes around. So the problem list, it's hard to trace, find information, and once we found it, it's kind of hard to get context. Also information on time, on things like statuses. Second, and then third, the disrupted collaboration. So the solution, structure your information, use tools for that, and then connect tools, synchronize information. And thirdly, create automated monitoring, live reports. So structure is first. For me, the key to structure is using items. Item is something that you can grasp quickly, like a feature or a requirement. It has an ID, has a name, has a description, status field, priority that can be used later for reports and that sort of thing, and really you want to have all your documentation in items. I hate Word documents, wikis, emails, and Excels, because that just ends up in a big pile of unreadable mess. Tools to create structure, there are a lot of out there. We like Jama. It's really a Jira, but on steroids. But to each his own. So there are quite a few of them out there. Key to using tools is integrating, because tools are purpose specific. And if you don't automate the flow of information, the exchange of information between the tools, the data in each tool becomes stale and it dies, like any documentation really does. So how an integration would look like. So first off, you've had an end user use a help desk of some sort. A ticket gets submitted to the central repository. We analyze, create a user story, ship out to our developers. And all the information that gets changed syncs across all of the tools. In my mind, a beautiful loop would be like, have a ticket, analyze it, development goes on, and then all that beautiful DevOps stuff that really quickly sends it all back to our end user, and we can loop quickly through this to really create the product that the end user would love. A quick note on separated teams and on why we have different tools is that really each tool is purpose specific, even if we sit in the same room, which is, I don't think it's really, it doesn't always happen. A note on integration, there are tools out there that integrate these tools like I showed before, and really use them. APIs are good, but it's a hard work, constant work to keep them running. So we use TaskTop, if you've heard of that. It's a great industry quality tool that we like. So if all your information is structured, creating reports shouldn't be that hard. So your managers and all the people can see what's going on and make the right decisions and focus our efforts on. So yeah, live data, great reports. We go from that mess in the bar to this picture here, which I really like because it's the definition of happiness and contentment in a meeting room. So, yeah. To recap, yeah, it's not an easy job to get the information from the client, from the end user to the developer and build the right product. But I believe that the key to it is to automate the flow, Make it fast and precise with this sort of structure. And yeah, to end with, words of wisdom from Martin Fowler, that it's very hard to specify something in advance beforehand and be correct. It's better to see something and then say, okay, I like this, but can we change this, this, and this? So software as often as we can instead of years of business analysis and so on. Thank you.
Thank you, Kārlis.